Alright guys, I know this video is a little late, but this is the Louisville takeover list. The day of recording this is the day after Louisville Sunday, and I did not play in Louisville Regional, and I did not play in the remote duel today. I was in Louisville for a week. I played in two tournaments while I was out there, and this is the list on how I did. One was the locals hosted by Through the Decades, and the other one was a locals hosted by some people who just wanted to play. The Through the Decades one I ended up losing, and then I won the one that was hosted by the other guy, and I won uh, I think like some packs that people had or some. Or I think we played for OTS packs. That's what it was, and I didn't pull anything anyway. But this is the list. I also went to Indianapolis on the 2 weeks ago, and I was one game short of top 30 or not 32. I would have been 20th place or around there because the guy who beat me round seven or round eight got a 20th place, so I'd have been around there. But I ended up losing, but no problem. And I just want to show you what I played. So I played Yummy, obviously. I just think this is the best deck at the current moment. Struggles into Draco Tail a little bit, but um, I still think it's the best deck. But starting, I played three Cupsy, three Cookie, and three Lollipop. This is the best lineup for this. I was playing two of this originally, but having names is just too good. And when you open up hands that don't have any names, that really hurts. So I will never cut down from nine. That's it for the monsters because there's only that many. I play three Fua, three Perulia, three Ash, three Nib. And a lot of people are gonna say this is crazy to play this card or whatever, whatever. I think Nib is insanely hot. All these cards did well. I've tried the board breaker build where you play like evenly songs that are dominators and all that, and it didn't really work out too well. Uh, I think that being able to stop your opponent on their turn is incredibly important. So especially if they can make multiple negates or something like that. So that's why I chose to play this lineup. And then when you open up two hand traps or like Nib and another hand trap, it's insanely good. So that's it for the hand traps. Um, for engine, I played three Obedient School. You never cut this card unless you're playing like some crazy build, but this card's insane. And then I play one engage, one Hornet. I've seen the list playing three engage and Widow Anchor and all that, but I don't want a top deck and engage that's dead. So that's why I play one and one. And at the time, I was playing Thrust, and I could just Thrust for engage, and it would be fine. Um, but seeing sometimes I take this out going second because you don't want to play into Droll any harder than you have to, even though Droll's not that big of a card. If it does come up, you don't want to run into that. So sometimes you can side this out if needed. And then still a part of engine, I play both field spell and two surprise. Um, this field spell is how you play around Nib. It's how you play through mass board clears like Omno or whatever. Um, and then this one is the extender, like a Monster Reborn plus attack gain and all that, and you can't risk losing this. So, and if you guys don't know how to do the combo where you play around Nib, just comment. I can post a video or something like that, and we can show you what's going on. And then the second surprise comes up so much because this is not once per turn; it's once effect per turn. So you can like use the effect to Reborn, and then later in that turn, search the other one or draw it or something like that, and then use the effect to bounce or replace the field spell or something like that. So I think that's pretty hot. Um, this is the sauce card. Shout out Hayden Hook who put me on this card. Super Poly. This is insane. It's plain up insane. You can hit any deck with this. Yesterday I was playing at locals and I ended up doing this to everyone from Vanquish Soul to K K9 Draco Tail to um, Blue Eyes to it, like you can do this to any deck unless they're playing like some crazy off the wall thing. You can almost do this to any deck. So this card is absolutely insane. And then lastly, I play two Droplet, Crossout Call by. I mean, Talent's Call by. Um, Talent is insane. Call by is insane, and Droplet is insane. Um, Being able to Droplet send the card that they're targeting, and it still resolve is insane. Being able to Droplet uh, cards and they can't respond with that type, like send a trap or send a spell or whatever, and they can't use that is also insane. So, and you don't know how many times yesterday, or at the regional, I had activated Obedient School, um, or activated whatever chain droplet, sending the card I activated. Like that's just insane. So that's why I played that. And then lastly, I played three Imperm. Now everybody's gonna say, "Where's the purge at? Oh, purge, purge, whatever." Um, I cut purge for this specifically. I was playing purge for Indie Regional. And I cut Purge for the Louisville takeover because don't get me wrong, Purge is a good card. However, it's not as impactful as let's say Impulse. Impulse is crazy because being able to stop a summon rather than being able to stop a search is way more impactful. Um, Purge is just worse Ash, in my opinion, and I would rather have Ash or Nib to deal with a bigger array of problems than rather one search. Now, don't get me wrong, being able to Ash then Ash then Purge is crazy and all, or being able to Purge then Droll or Purge then Baylor or whatever is crazy, but just having Purge alongside something else that's not as impactful is not too hot. So that's why I didn't play it for this event. Would I put it back in? Probably so. But not over Nib or uh Fua or something like that. Um, and then that's it for the main deck. 40 cards even, and then we'll move on to the extra deck. But before I move on to the extra deck, um, just want to say, uh, Team Quality, love them. They're the best, and I am so glad to be a part of it. Um, and then any of you who saw this at the start, uh, these are the tokens I was using. Big fan of Naruto, you know. But anyway, um, my extra deck, I played 111. Um, they're all insane. The only thing that comes up really is this card sucks against Draco Tail because they can just fuse from face down, and that kind of sucks. Everything else is great. Um, I really have nothing to say about these. I wish they all had a little bit of attack, but it is what it is. Um, I also played Starham and one uh Herald. I was playing double Herald with the Metal Marcher play and all that, but I chose to take that out. And this over Metal Marcher just in case I'll have to play Obedient Schooled and you can't summon anything except beasts. So that's why I chose this over that. And it doesn't negate the card either, which is something that came up. And then I play three Snatchy. Snatch is just insane. No one will ever tell you to play less than this. Unless you're playing like the Pearly build or you're playing like the Mimighoul thing or whatever. But if you're ever playing pure or like what a light Fiendsmith engine or something like that, you will always play through this card. It's too insane. And then for the last two Link ones, I play Kagari Link Spider. Um, this card, it comes up way too much. Nib me, please. I just make this, summon a level one, continue playing. And then Kagari is for the Hornet drones, add back and play from there because you can play without committing any of your bodies or your normal summon, which is insane also. And then the last two links I play is um, Onari and SP. This card is people sleep on this card. A lot of people don't play it, but being able yesterday at locals, I was able to summon this card, reset the droplet because it resets any quick play spell. Um, and then the next turn, make SP, banish a card. They try and chain something, chain SP. They attempt to negate it, then flip the droplet, sending the SP. So like it was insane the way it all sequenced out. But these two are just insane. I would not cut these for any reason, especially this card. And then the last three is Mud Dragon, Garura, Mysterion. This was supposed to be uh Secretarion Dragon, but I had read this and realized it was the exact same materials, a spellcaster and a dragon. And it's mainly if I get winded. You do not want to get winded in Yummy. You cannot play through Winda, so that was the main thing to get rid of this. Or if they have two dark spellcasters up, you can Garura them, or dark fairy or whatever crap they have. You can make this, but I really did not want to get winded, so that's why I chose these three. And I made every single one of these yesterday. I was not playing Super Poly for the Indie Regional. I wish I did because it have really would have it came up, but you know. And then lastly, the extra deck. I mean the side deck. We got three Lancia. Malice, Orcus are still a thing, and I do not want to lose to that. This is a card I just put in for yesterday. I was not playing this for the Louisville Takeover or the Indie Regional, but if I would have, it would have came up so much because it is so good. Contact C. And now people probably think that this card is slept on, or this card's not real, or you're not gonna see it, or whatever. Hear me out. Yummy's only way to out this is cross sheep, and if you don't play cross sheep, you're not out in this card unless you wait till next turn and make SP or something like that. And by that, I've already set up a lot of resource. Um, I did this to Vanquish Soul yesterday, Vanquish Soul K9, and he had a whole bunch of bodies, but you have to use this for the material, and he couldn't out it. He couldn't get rid of it. He couldn't make anything because he can't overlay. He can't make rock. He can't make anything. So this was just cooking. And I wish I played this card. I'm going to continue to play this card. It is just way too hot. And then I play the second minion because SPing my minion or cosmic my minion. It hasn't happened to me yet, but if it does, I cannot afford to not be able to attack. So that's why I played the second one of this. And then the last of the spells, I played two Dark Ruler No More, and then Lightning Storm Duster. This card's hot, especially in the mirror. And then if you play against K9, Vanquish Soul, or any other like Mitsu Raziel or whatever, like this can come up. So because a lot of those old decks are still very real. I played two Mitsu Raziel at the India Regional. I beat both, and my losses ended up being a Yummy, a K9 Vanquish Soul, and I think a Draco Tail. But yeah, that these cards obviously deal with going second, and sometimes you're gonna need that kind of stuff because Yummy cards, the only one being a board breaker is Cookie, and then the big Cookie. And then lastly, I play Anti Spell and three Solemn Judgment. Honestly, think about making this strike. Judgment is good, don't get me wrong, but I honestly kind of want this to be strike. And then this to stop Draco Tail because the branded fusion, if they play the branded build, they can activate the actual branded fusion. If they play the should all package, if they should all fusion you, should all fusion by itself breaks almost any board because it's two negates plus a pop or a draw or whatever they send, and you don't want any of that. So you rather have them set it or whatever, be able to pop it on your turn with your croaky or whatever, and then that's why I played all this. And this did well. The only downside to any of this is Judgment paying half life, but I would still play it. And that was the list. 40 cards in the main, and then 15-15. Um, if you want to see a combo tutorial or thoughts or another deck list, I know currently my teammates are all on different decks currently, um, and we should have those lists coming soon. But for right now, we're going to prep for the remote regionals that are coming, and then prep for the ban list because that's also going to be a big deal. And get ready for YCS Pittsburgh because we will definitely be there. So hope you liked the video, and I'll see you at table one.